Hello, folks. This is Ken Lawson again. I thought I'd do the author tag that Virginia Griffin um, put up this morning. The uh, sarcastic answers to 7 epic questions. She always has good questions. She always does really good videos. I always enjoy watching her videos. And so the questions that were on her mind this morning were, where does inspiration come from? Well, I could tell you where I get my inspiration, but then I would have to kill you. I keep it back here behind the safe here, and it doesn't look like much, but it's a whole deep well of inspiration. And when I'm not careful, stuff falls out and hits me on the head, and it inspires me in weird and unusual ways. So that's where I get my inspiration. And then generally, I also pull shit out of thin air. Okay, so what would you be doing if you weren't writing? Good question. What would I be doing? I would probably be driving myself crazy, thinking of things to write and not actually writing them. Wait a minute, I do that already anyway. Hey, I guess I got one there already. Uh, what is your greatest fear as a writer? My greatest fear as a writer. Well, let's see. My greatest fear as a writer would have to be compared to Raymond Chandler. Wait a minute, that would be cool. Uh, to be compared to Raymond Chandler or my detective stories compared to Hercule Poirot, one of my favorites. If I could write like Agatha Christie, I wouldn't be sitting here in this nondescript office here somewhere in the middle of Virginia. But I don't, so I am. Let's see, what is the next one here? What is your number one help writing tip? I like Virginia's. You know, that one there, just don't worry about it. Just do it when the urge hits you. And I hate to say it, sometimes I do that. My other number one uh, writing tip is drink lots of caffeine. In my case, my caffeine of choice is my Pepsi. Yeah, you gotta keep the brain fueled. As Hercule Poirot would say, the little gray cells, they need lots of energy, and that's my energy drink of choice. So that's my number one tip as a tip for writing is drink lots of caffeine, whatever your chosen venue of it is. How do you feel about editing? Editing, editing. You say, what is this thing called editing? It's overrated and underpaid, and essentially not necessary. You do not need to edit. I mean, you know, when you're on the jazz and the words are flying and everything is cool, editing is for sissies. That's what it is. Editing is for sissies. Don't, just let it rip. The fact that your little fingers can work the keyboard and get the words down, just let it rip and, hey, let the words fall where they may. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Where do I do my best writing? Usually at night, about 11:30, 12 o'clock at night when I'm trying to go to sleep and the lights are off. And I will usually come up with a brilliant uh, line or something else that is actually epic. Actually, that's true. But the smart ass answer is in the middle of a cornfield. Well, actually, we don't have any cornfields here. It'd have to be a hayfield out here, or up at the grooming shop where my wife works, or someplace like that where there's lots of noise and distraction. I usually The smart ass answer is to turn the music on with vocals, preferably Diana Krall or someone like that. And there's nothing like a little distraction to keep your brain cells percolating. And let's see, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Probably still sitting here behind this crappy desk, if I'm really honest about it. I probably will not get any published, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. So I probably will be sitting here behind this desk in 10 years, still banging away at this old computer, still trying to come up with epic ideas, which will fail probably miserably. So that's where I probably will be in 10 years. And that is the sarcastic uh, rating tag put out by Virginia Griffith this morning. And I'd like to say again that I always watch all her videos, usually when they first come up. And most of the time I put them through my Roku and I watch them on the 50-inch TV. Of course, everything's better on 50 inches in high def. And so, if I was going to tag somebody, I would have to say it would have to be Tansy, the badass librarian. I'll have to find her here so I can put her in the notes. And I think that's enough rambling for one day. 5 minutes and 45 seconds is enough rambling for one day. And I hope you all enjoy this. This was more off the cuff and unscripted. So, sometimes that's the good stuff. Thank you and bye-bye.